The other thing is, the internet is so powerful, we try to keep track of who owns them and how many are left.
Oh, okay.
Because people want to know that, because you have to insure them.
Right.
So right now, the whole internet is reporting that there's only 7 of these in the world.
7?
There's only 7 of these in the world. Well, wait a minute, I want you to get more excited. This may even warm you up a little bit. This is serial number 1.
Wow.
How cool is that?
This
So
is the
this
very
would have been
first?
Henry's private car, and this was found in a barn in Missouri in 1959,
Wow.
60 years ago.
This
And
is the
Ford
first
dealer who
Model
bought it,
B.
the Ford dealer who supported, he since passed away.
And
He paid
$60,000
for it.
today time.
This is truly $1 million car. It's a $1 million car. Now, he didn't buy it like
Wow,
this.
$1
He had
million.
to put it all together. It was all taken apart. He wasn't sure if all the parts were there, but when he dragged it from Missouri to Ohio, he kept bolting everything together and it came out to be a perfect car. Then he found out he had serial number 1 later, so he didn't know right off the bat, because where the serial number was, where Henry stamped on the flywheel, it was rusted in that area, you couldn't read it. But he told the farmer, he says, I'll just buy it from you. Now, because you want to know this, because I know you're curious, $650 in 1959, you multiply by 10, just by coincidence. Because believe it or not, here you are learning something else. It's the Europeans who made cars before the Americans. D&E,
Only 75 of these left, and they have 2 of them. This is the C car.
The next letter he uses is
Just the A car reworked with a French hood.
And then there's something I like to call the Supermax. Now, if you're really good, you can see that car looks exactly like the B.
Yeah.
So now I'm going to say something Henry would never say, but I'll say it. Let's give you the look of the Maserati for the price of a Volkswagen. He does that by reworking the C car. Instead of a big engine, he puts a big gasoline tank. So he's faking you out. You don't have a big monster engine, you've got a monster gas tank. Wow. Because the engine is underneath the front seat. So it has all the looks and none of the cost.
With the B, engines.
It's in the front. Yeah, that's the big deal. So this is a car made to look like the expensive B. How many of these does he build? 1,000. How many left today? 40.
40?
Let's come
Wow,
on, show 3
that's
cars
great.
Come on down here. We're going to get upstairs in just a few more minutes. So here is the first time he built what he wants to build, because he fires the guy who said build only big cars. And this is called a Model N, and this is a little 4-cylinder engine, and it's America's first car to have a trunk. And what do you think you put in a trunk 100 years ago? Well, that's a good answer.
Tire.
What'd you say, the wife?
Tire.
Oh. Yeah, you put a tire in. He's right. It's designed for a tire. And the only other thing I want to tell you. And so what are you going to do for a lady? You got to give them a step so they can step up. Elegantly. Because they got the white fluffy dresses and all that.
Yeah.
And the other thing is you give them a little bit of extra bling. That's called brass. And guess what happens? The sales explode. So he does 7,000 of the first cars, 2,500 of the second, 6,000 of the
$2,500.
Wow.
So you can see, we're not missing anything. This is his life, year by year by year. This is the complete story. I'm going to tell you everything. This is where they built it. They all built them here. That's why this is here. This is every car built here. Now I'm going to ask the ladies. I'm not going to say the ladies. Do you want to take this car home this afternoon if I could give it to you? Or wait a minute, don't answer this yet. Or this car home. Now this could be a trick question.
So this is what this one looks like. This one is that one, fully restored, not restored. Here's the SR, original.
That is
Yeah, it started here, went to California, and came back here to live its life.
Here's a car I said Henry doesn't want to build. And I tell you over and over again, he doesn't want to build big cars. Well, this is how.
Wow.
So this is called the Model K.
So 2,500 car companies that existed
So you're born
in the
into a
United
world
States.
of 18, and you think, well, it can't be more than 18. But there was 2,500. That is crazy. So these are the fun facts, and someday you'll get a free lunch.
Huh.
All right, before I get you upstairs, got just a few more minutes. This is another 1909 Model T, just like the one in the lobby, and this has the wings. Not only 12,000 were built here with wings.
Okay, so this is a cool fact he just told us. If you notice, all these older Model Ts, model Ford cars, not T's, A, B, C, whatever, are left-hand drive until you come to the Model T.
United States of America, what year? 1776. One of the first rules of the books.
Which has the left-hand drive. Sorry, those are right-hand drive. This is left-hand drive.
Otherwise, there'd be chaos in the world.
Okay, so left-hand drive is new modern. Since the Model T.
And the need to watch this goes away. There always was a problem with the car that was bothering somebody. And that was the person who sat here was never happy. And who would that person be? That's right, the wife.
See these wings?
So let's talk about all the reasons why the wife.
They were created here.
Ooh, she's about to get mud.
Yes.
So if you see a Ford with a wing like that, they're created in this building. This is the Station Assembly Exhibit 1. Steps 1 through 3, frame and axle. Step 4 through 5, engine transmission. 6 through 12, dash and systems. 13 through 20, a body. And by the end of the day, you would have this. Oh wow. I hope you. Wow. Just wow.
Henry, some of his employees would go to other companies and guess what they would do? They would tell all the secrets. So then he says we need. So he hand selected each man, and by the way, the metal tabs here show you the picture that turned out that red car. So the red car behind you is a Model T. A handful of kids, in my point of view, invented that car in this room. So this is the original space where it all happened. The world changed.
The last car to be built here in this location.
As long as I'm not in it, so get ready, and then we can, all right, ready?
So, you do fast and slow too? That's kind of scary, actually.
Yeah, anybody else want to do that, you can. Of course, you've got to do it with
Oh, heck yeah.
You gotta do it.
All right. Cool. I like this one better than that one. This one? Yeah, I like that one better than that one.
kids would work on cars 100 years ago. Here there are companies that could professionally make your Model T go faster, like 60 miles an hour. And then this third orange one down here is actually a company today that will work on Model Ts for you. So there are still companies that will do work like this, customization of a Model T. So this was done, that's a one-of-a-kind, unique, special Model T that somebody's put a lot of money into and made it, their particular car, their car. So Henry never had orange. That's a 1914 radiator and a 1926. Wow. All right. And here, the blue car is a hole that becomes this company was giving Henry a run for his money. They were one too. All right, we're back in the heat. So come on, let's go back in the heat.
Oh my God, I love that thing. Look at that car.
Let's go back to the heat.
I know, dear.
Henry
Snow
does
machine?
make some changes to the Model T. He does make it a little bit better. But guess who's doing a little bit better job? Chevrolet. Another car companies are doing a better job than Henry. Now, Henry, at the last minute, in 26, 27, brings color back to the Model T. So this is burgundy and black. And just making cars available in color, well, that helped the sales a little bit, but that's not going to do everything. And then he made another fatal mistake. He puts a heavy steel body onto his tiny little 20 horsepower lawnmower engine. And we put a ton of metal onto that lightweight engine. The car couldn't perform. And so now he's made a whole bunch of cars and people are not going to be happy towards the end. The other reason they tolerate it because the price was so low, they go like, oh, all right. It only goes 8 miles an hour, we'll go like, right? Exactly. Of course, the point was performance was not there. People started to like a heavier Chevy, which had more horsepower. So Henry realized he's got to shut the company down and send everybody home, which is another tragedy because he shut everybody's paychecks off. Core people can stay behind in the company, design a replacement car for the Model T. So come on, I'm going to show you what that car is. The car that replaces the Model T, not this one, this one here. This is the car that replaces the Model T. So after the T ran for 19 years.
This is spiffy looking. This is where he made his mistake and made it a heavier body.
Now, we talk about the name of the car. The next letter of the alphabet after T is U. But you will not use the U letter for one reason. Now, here you're going to learn something. Plymouth came out with the U car simultaneously. Those no U. So we got to go back to the letter A for a second.
Henry Ford would not use the letter U because Plymouth did.
1928, this happens to be a 29, but 28 they introduced the blue oval. So that's the first time you see the blue oval. And they do that in the Great Depression, but now you've just learned that 2008 500 car companies are going bankrupt. So he needs a killer machine. Now this was good, and the sales were pretty darn good, except that little 14-year-old boy in the back there is now an adult, and now the president of the company is now a really smart man. He starts restyling the car. He creates a 3031 Deluxe Roadster here, which is killer beautiful. Yeah, this is killer beautiful. So his son gave the father, and that's the son doing this for the father. And that saved the company. That helped save the company.
Not too often does kids save the.
Yes. Well, yeah, this time it did. And it's not negative or positive. It's a good one. Now, I want to talk about this car because this car is amazing. So what he did is
You're
I come
okay.
around here.
Go ahead.
Right.
So this is what saved the Ford company.
So, I don't know, is there any other questions that you want to know? I could also throw in a couple little bonus items. Let me think about this. There's a lot of stuff to tell you about. Sometimes people bring us, and there was a man that came in one day, he was wearing white cotton gloves. And he had a little booklet, a little tiny booklet. He says, I want to show you this booklet. So I said, let's put it on the table.
So beautiful.
Here's what it said on the cover. Telephone book of the state.
Have you ever seen glass?
There you go. Look at this big.
Okay, let's see if I can find some of it. The wavy glass? If it's got a wavy look to it, I don't think you'll be able to tell when you're inside, not when you're out here, but I think that's 1904 glass. If it's not wavy looking, then when you look out, it's new glass. It's hard to tell you when you're not standing here looking at the glass itself, but that's a pretty cool thing. Some of this, I don't know, over there, I can tell, like that pane right behind the blue dump truck is 1904 glass, just the way it looks. That's so cool that they've been able to keep it.